Machanic, usually referred to as Mel, and we came to Bergen County as a family in 1963.
I met Mel probably when I first joined the synagogue in the 1970s.
The first time I met Mel was about 40 some odd years ago when we joined Bergenfield Dumont Jewish Center.
Mel was a jovial, very helpful, community-minded kind of guy. Whenever we needed something, in those times, Mel was there.
He's very outgoing and friendly, warm to everyone.
I mean, it was a vibrant and very active community.
What I define Mel as, there's a word in Yiddish we call mensch, and Mel is a true mensch.
Through the years, when I was asked to do more for the synagogue, and I said I couldn't, when time came, I said, well, now it's time to pay back.
He's always mensch-like. It's not one time.
I think Mel is very conscientious. When he takes on a job, he really tries to do it to the very best of his ability, and he has a lot of energy to do the jobs, although he does say now that he's getting tired of it.
Very significantly, Mel retired from his vocation into a full-time avocation.
I don't think he'll ever fully retire. I think he'll put his finger in a few pies.
He doesn't look for the covet or the honor. It's thrust upon him. He didn't look to become president of Beth Israel. We forced him to be president of Beth Israel.
I took on the presidency, and it was an interesting time to become president. Of course, that was the year our rabbi of 50 years, Rabbi Blas, decided to retire.
And it was a period of a year before we hired a rabbi. Mel made sure everything worked out in the synagogue. Came a Saturday morning, everything was there. It was automatic, there was no sweat. Whatever we needed, Mel Machanic made it happen.
And it turns out the second time I took the presidency, it turned out to the time at the present where we just decided as a community and voted to merge with Beth Shalom.
The last year of our synagogue, also a key year, we asked Mel to step forward, would you take the presidency again? Very important time for decisions. Were we going to maintain Congregation Beth Israel? The most important time was our last year in operation, and Mel made that year smooth.
Mel has a very easygoing personality.
Every time we come, it's very welcoming. I find people came up to you and introduced themselves. So I almost would say it's normal.
He was always patching something or fixing something and was always there when there was a problem.
Whatever he did, now go back to it. Community, that's a byword with Mel. He made it happen. He led the transition. He convinced the people that this is the right thing to do, not for me, but for the community. He made it happen. And people here at Beth Shalom will be very fortunate to have Mel Machanic as an active participant in the synagogue.
What I won't miss is having the need to be so involved.
But he's very unassuming, and when he has a job to do, he does it very well.
He's got so much to give, and he gives of his fullest. And he's very confident. Like I said, he makes things happen. But he does it in a way, he doesn't have an ego.
Really, not myself alone. We've had a committee of 4 other past presidents who have taken on the task of carrying this to a final successful end.
Mel is a great guy to work with. Everybody who's ever worked with Mel enjoyed it. He's a delightful person. He's a real mensch.
Where you've been for so long, it's hard to stay strong. Been living in exile for